shout out to World Life Productions, because without them, wouldn't be able to make this video. / I like what they're doing and I like what they're about.
World Life Productions.
Yeah, but I go by Z-Way. I'm from Virginia, but I moved here when I was really young, so I consider myself Arizonian.
Y'all know what the fuck going on, Royal Life Productions in this motherfucker.
So how old were you when you first started doing music?
I would say I was about probably like 10 when I started getting in tune with like my sound and everything like that. And then I got more in tune to it around like my freshman year in college. So I would say I was about 17.
How did that feel?
It felt interesting because I was like, I seen all these videos and all kind of stuff of people doing these booths and all kind of stuff. So for me to be in the booth, actually like, like real life type of deal. Inside I was like, okay, this is the feeling. I'm like, I like what I feel, so let me just continue.
Was it a legit booth?
Well, it was the in-home booth, but yeah, I considered it legit, to be honest.
So I seen you drop that single, what is that, Back That Ass Up?
I bring it back.
Bring it back, there we go.
Bring it back, yeah.
So what made you want to do that record?
So I was like, I'm in the process of like figuring out my sound. Well, not like figuring out my sound, but figuring out like what people want to listen to and all kind of stuff. / I want to be able to make music that people could relate to and people want to listen to. So my bro, he handed me this beat. He was like, hey, I see a music video for this beat, girls shaking their ass and all kind of stuff. So I was like, let me just go ahead and just make this beat real quick. So I was like, I started like, what was it? I started like playing it over and over again. It takes me a minute. Like after I was playing it over and over again, I was like, all right, I got some tracks. So I went in the booth and hit it. And he was like, all right, yeah, you gotta hit it. Then it was just me on it originally. Then my bro, he's upcoming. His name is Show Isaiah. He's like, hey bro, let me hop on that. Let me hop on that real quick. I was like, all right, cool, bro. Let me see what you got. So he spit something right there. I was like, all right, so you're gonna have to make something with this, and after that, history.
So what's the meaning to that song?
The meaning to the song is girls bringing it back, shaking their ass. Like, basically, like, don't just do it for, like, at the end of the day, everybody's just trying to get their bag, you know what I'm saying? So just do it for, like, I'm throwing these cash, like, the strip club, all kind of stuff, like the scene for the whole music video. Just throwing the cash, getting their money, about what they about and all kind of stuff, not worrying about what people gotta say.
So it's a party banger.
Type of shit.
So have that record right there got any buzz yet?
Well, the person who made the beat, he promotes parties, so he played it a couple of times and people bumble with it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So why don't you tell him play it all the time for you? You can.
Well, yeah, I'm in the process of like, getting everything situated, but I try to how do I say this? I try to not, be in one, like I try to get all songs, like I'm in the process of the album, so it's kind of hard to, promote certain songs, so I'm in the process of like working on my album and all kind of stuff, so that's kind of where I'm at.
But isn't that what you're supposed to do, like promote that single?
Well, yeah, like I got multiple singles. I got like 2 singles.
Yeah, I saw that P&G.
Yeah, Playing No Games. That's that one song. Yeah, I've been like doing word of mouth and all kind of stuff, letting people know like that's my song, like, and playing it for people and all kind of stuff. I promote it every now and then. I'm in the process of doing more promotions and working with more people to get more promotions and all kind of stuff situated like that, and working about getting that on the radio. If I had somebody say, hey, that would be a dope song on the radio, I was like, yeah, I hear that. Let me try and get that working too.
So what was the meaning to that P&G? Play no games.
So a lot of people been playing games. People been on Talk No Action. I'm like, let me just put that mood. I wanted to use the stamp mood on that song. So Playing No Games, like playing no games with nobody. Like people all talk like, saying like, oh, I'm gonna do this. Like let's go link up and all kind of stuff. But when it comes time to link up, they don't want to link up. They want to give me this and that and the other. And I'm like, I don't got time to play. Like I don't got time to play no games. So I was like, let me just play no games.
So it's all about business.
All about business. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is.
So when you say link up, what is it? Link up like with your homies or link up in business wise?
Link up like in business wise or link up with the homies. Like people like even though it's just like, hey, like let's go link up and chill type stuff. Like all right, let's go link up, and then they be flaking and then letting know when it's business and they be flaking on business. Like you can't flake on business. Like people, even though you may not think it's like even something may happen to you or kind of stuff. Let the other people know because it's it's both parties that are a part of this. You know what I'm saying? And like people still have lives to continue to be living. And if you're playing games, you don't have time for that. So it's like Playing No Games is the whole stand for the whole move.
So that's like a diss track right there.
That's a diss track to all the people playing games. Like literally.
So for you, when you put that out there, did a lot of people feel some type of way?
No, it was more like a lot of people were like, okay, Playing No Games. Like we were like they were feeling the wave of like, all right, being like Playing No Games. They're not like they weren't taking it as shade. They were taking like, all right, like this is a mood. Like this is a mood. Like I feel it type of deal. For sure.
So when you first hop in that booth, what do you do to get your mind like ready?
So I have the beat play a couple times. Like I haven't played the beat at least 3 or 4 times. Like that's my thing. Like 3 and 4 is like my thing. Like it takes me 3 or 4 times to get like a beat like stuck in my head, and then once it's in my head, it's like stuck type of deal. So I get like 3 or 4 times. After I run it through, so I run that 4th time, and then I just spit it type of deal. And then after that, that's when I'll continue to go with, start flowing the track and start making it happen.
So what inspired you to do music?
Well, I've been wanting to, find my purpose in life and all kind of stuff. And I've been I'm an artist. Like I dance, I cook, I take photography and all kind of stuff. So I wanted to be all around artist. And when you make music, it speaks to people. And when I was going through things and all kind of stuff, people made those. I'm like, it's crazy how people could literally make a song that exactly how I'm feeling. Like they took the words out of my mind and put it on a track, like as if they just took a chip out of me type stuff. And I'm like, let me make something that people can relate to. So if people are going through these things, like I want people to add my songs to their playlist. Like, okay, if people, in the gym, playing no games, all kind of stuff, but playing no games on it. People at the party bring it back. I have some other songs. I got this song called True Feels, literally stating like True Feels on, like, I'll spit one track. It's like, it's crazy how your closest could be switched to your furthest. Like, it's real talk. Like, that's some real stuff. Like, the people you think are like right there with you, like, it's crazy in a matter of time without even thinking. Like, they literally end up being like the last person you would go to speak on certain situations, all kind of stuff. Like, the crazy, like, the people that you wouldn't expect to be with you in certain situations. It's crazy how like the true colors show. So like, True Feels is like the whole thing. Like, True Feels. Sometimes the truth hurts and sometimes the truth heals. True feels, true feels. I got true feels. Sometimes the truth hurts and sometimes the truth heals. That's like the main whole purpose of the whole song and all kind of stuff.
So you dropping all these singles. So when are you dropping the album?
The album is set to be dropped on New Year's, but that's that's a big question mark. Just make sure everything. But if everything goes well, all kind of stuff. I'm not trying to have anything interfere with this, but it means a lot to me about this whole album, so I'm really trying to do it. The title is called Worth Known Being. It's Worth Known versus Know Your Worth, because in the process of making this album has been in the making for about 3 years. Since I first started getting in tune with music to when I started really getting, I look back at myself each year on how I progressed and all kind of stuff. So I'm like, I have to make this happen. And like, I've been figuring out my worth, and now since I finally know my worth, that's why I was like, you know what, know your worth versus worth known.
So, your name is Z-Way.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that name from?
So, I'm from the culture Z and millennials. Therefore, that's the culture we're about. And people think that we're just, dumb millennials just trying, not making, that we're not leaders. We're leaders. And even though there are some that are not, all the way up there with everybody else, like I would say woke. Like, not a lot of people are woke, but there's a lot of woke millennials. With that being said, I'm trying to be part of bringing up Z-Way. Also, because my name is Isaiah, and I go by Zay. And Z, I took Z from Zay as well to make that like a whole thing. And also, I'm been raised around a Z, so Z and the A are capitalized to make a Z, even though it's backwards. And it's like, don't worry about your way. Like, don't worry about your way. Like, I'm saying, like, it's my way, so Z-Way. Like, it's the Z-Way type of deal. Like, it's not just my way, it's the Z-Way. All people in the millennial Z culture, the people born in around that time, it's our way, not just my way.
So the millennials. But don't a lot of millennials get, like, a lot of backlash about music?
Yeah, that's why I would say, as far as the pot of all the millennials, I come from a different pot. And let alone, I have a lot of underground artists that are in the making that we're working on bringing a whole new sound to the R&B and make it to where we have a certain sound that we're not like all the regular rappers and all kind of stuff as far as like the way they rap about and stuff like that. Yeah, we kind of do, but we kind of different from that as far as the flow and the style. We're not trying to rap like the artists that are already up there as far as like, well, for one of my inspirations, like J. Cole, like, the way he raps, like, I understand he kind of, like, there's a situation where, like, millennials and him were kind of having a little situation, but as far as him as a person, like, his message, like, people, like, really sit back and look at his message. He's not trying to bash us. He's trying to let us know that this is how, like, I've been through certain things, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to let you know what I've been through, you don't have to go through that way what I went through. You can go through a different way and still make it happen type of deal. And I respect him for that, and I'm like, all right, with this being said, I got to make it happen. And let alone, I'm making it happen for my family. Been going through a lot, and it's time to bring some positivity into the life and all kind of stuff, and just make it happen and live for the best.
So struggles of an artist. What kind of struggles are you going through as an artist?
Well, struggles I'm going through as an artist is suffering from anxiety. So anxiety is one thing that I've been coping with, and overcoming depression. That's one thing that I was dealing with a lot. But once I've realized that like I have a choice to make. I could either choose to be this way, or I could choose to make a difference and not be in this whole zone. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and make it happen and change things up. So I started, sticking to music. I was using music as my outing to, like, instead of thinking bad, I was like, let me just make a song to how I'm feeling, to where I can express it, and let alone maybe someone might be feeling the same way, type of deal. So instead of just having me trap this, let me write it down and then express it and let the whole world understand, type of deal.
So music is your getaway?
That is. So I consider, when people listen to my music, I consider they're getting in the car, strapping up, and they're gonna just enjoy the ride, because that's what it is, and I'm the conductor.
Yeah, I like that song you made, that Bring It Back. It's like a little club banger.
For sure. Oh, I got another one coming. Centerpiece, that's another one that's gonna be popping up in that too. Yeah, me and my bro working on that. It's the Centerpiece. He hasn't really told me his concept, but my concept of the version of it, how I would say that is, it's basically like the center of attention without having to draw the attention, type of deal. Also the centerpiece, like the centerpiece to the girl centerpiece type of deal as well, using different references, hidden messages. So there's a lot. It's a big mystery type of deal. That'll be coming out soon. You'll get some more information about that.
So as an artist, did you make it to the Arizona Hip Hop Festival?
I did make it to the Hip Hop Festival. I didn't like perform on the Hip Hop Festival, but like I did go there. I supported my friend that's actually performing. She's actually featured on this track. She's actually called one of these tracks. My bad. She's actually really cool. Her name is Amani, but she goes by The Illest. Me and her got this song called Juice, and that's literally like people saying we rode the wave and all kind of stuff, but we made the wave with our jet skis. You know what I'm saying? Like we made the wave and all kind of stuff, and people joining on our wave. Now we hopping on their wave, type of deal. Like we made it to the move current. Like we made it, made it happen. Like not picking up for somebody else's play, type of deal. You know what I'm saying? We made our own play, and that's how it is.
So what you doing in Arizona that's different than everybody else?
What I'm doing in Arizona is I'm making my voice heard instead of just holding my voice back and all kind of stuff. I'm making it heard. Let alone, I make connections, and I don't just like hold on to my connections. If somebody's like, hey, I'm in need of assistance with the certain situation, if I have a connection with that, I'm gonna assist that person to where I can make my connect, your connect, to where we all have connects. Because at the end of the day, we all have to make it. We all have to live. We all gotta pay bills and all kind of stuff. So if I'm able to eat, and if somebody's hungry, I will help feed them until they're able to get their plate. But not if you understand what I'm saying, like to a certain extent. That's what I'm saying.
But wouldn't a lot of people take advantage of that though?
That's what I'm saying when I said to a certain extent, to where I wouldn't even put myself in a position to get taken advantage of. What I'm saying, I'll connect you. Like I'll get you to the door, but it's up to you if you want to open it or walk away. That's type of deal.
Okay, I can feel that. So as an artist, how are you getting your music out there?
I'm getting my music word of mouth. Well, I have this group that I consider them executive producers, where like before I even drop a track, before I even if I got these bars or whatever, I'll slide it to them on some, hey, would you bump this stuff? Like, what are you feeling, type of deal? Like, would you rap with this type of stuff? Like, and it's crazy because they're not all the same people. They're literally different individuals. They don't all know each other, and they're different vibes from different parts of my life that I brought into this group to make it to where they're like the key to helping making this happen. That's why time is like a very important factor. And when the time is right, that's when everybody will coincide and all kind of stuff. At the point of where they're at right now, they're in a good spot to help me build to get where I'm going.
So what's stopping you from blowing up or getting your word out there?
Myself is my.
Why is that?
Because I tend to get nervous sometimes, and it's because I know what all I'm capable of, but I don't. It's kind of hard to put all that on display. Like I like to let people know about me, all kind of stuff, but I don't it's just crazy. Like it's hard to explain, but to put into words, I would say. I've been hiding behind my purpose, trying to figure out what my purpose was. So that's kind of what, in expressing myself, I kind of when it came to expressing myself, I was putting it away. But then when I joined the step team back in high school, I was doing that. That kind of helped me build my stage presence and as far as performing, all kind of stuff. So that kind of built me to get better as far as where I need to go. That's how I was able to, after I graduated high school, then I started getting more into music. That's when I started, okay, I gotta start not just holding this in, I gotta be able to express it and let people know about it. So I started off on SoundCloud, but I didn't want to just be a SoundCloud rapper. I wanted to I was taking notes from how people, current artists and past artists, how they display themselves and what they do. They interact with the crowd, they post media, they post content, make it to where they make an image. So I said I have to start building my image. So I didn't have an image. So I was I had to create an image in order to display it, to be able to be out there. So I can't just go out there and make a track and go out there, but they don't know about me yet. I gotta make myself, make a purpose. Once I found my purpose, now I'm running with it and letting people know about what my purpose is. So that's why I'm working on that.
In your head, top 5 artists, the best top 5 artists.
I can't say I want to say the best. I would say most talent. Like I would say very greatest talented. Or no, not greatest talented. I would say the best. I don't know. Cause I listen to a lot of artists, and as far as me, like my preference, it's not just based off of like who they know. Like I listen to, how would I say, what they're saying lyrically, also how they hold themselves personally, and all, like what all they display to the world, as opposed to just what they make as music. Because music can speak to people, but you gotta understand like the person creating the music. You gotta understand what they're about, what they're like, what area they're coming from, bringing that music to you, like all that kind of stuff. So I take all that into consideration as far as the people I would say. So I would say being more in tune in music, building more of a brand for myself, having at least trying to have at least more publicity as far as more people in tuned in to me, and what are my purposes and what I'm trying to do as far as my music, and I'm trying to have a lot more people under my wing as far as what I'm bringing up, because I'm always about bringing up people who are help paving the way to get you where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, have a better mindset.
You know, we always say network is key.
For sure.
So what are you doing on social media to reach out to other artists?
What I do is I invite them to my shows, or I would look at like anybody that's an underground artist. I'm always reaching out on some that I feel I can connect with on my level. I would reach out to them either with DM on some let's collaborate on a song, or let me hear what you got, like send me some of your tracks you got, type of deal, like get more of a feel to where it's not just like we're not strangers. And because I like underground artists, like I like people that are on the come up, because I'm on the come up as well. So like we're on the same. I like people that are on the same trail that I'm going on, type of deals.
I want to be a mentor to other artists. How do you do that when you on social media?
How you would do it is let them know that they're not alone, as well as that I'm always an ear, like let alone if you got something to say, or if you're going through some things as far as musically that you're trying to figure out, trying to help find yourself, like, because it took me a minute to find myself as far as music wise, like where my placement is, and I didn't have a placement. I had to make my placement. So like I could let them know as either you find a placement or you make your own type of deal, to where either way there's still a spot for you that you just gotta make it. Or with that being said, there's no stop, just keep going. That's kind of where I'm at.
So there we go. What's keeping you going as an artist?
What keeps me going is understanding that time is of the essence. I have a lot to accomplish before and with that being said, I'm gonna keep on going until I accomplish all what I have, and then after I accomplish all what I have, I'm gonna keep on accomplishing more. Even like I want to accomplish things that are on my list and that are not on my list while in the making.
So do you have anything to say to an upcoming artist that's just starting and want to be a rapper?
What I have to say is, don't stop doing what you're doing. If you think somebody doesn't like if you think somebody doesn't like your sound, make them hear your sound, and once they hear it, then they'll listen. I understand the year's almost over, but Z-Way's just getting started, and soon enough the whole world's gonna know about Zay. I understand that. And shout out to my moms, because she made me. Shout out to my little sis. Shout out to my best friend Paige. Shout out Zay, bro that's on the track, the illest, and all the upcoming artists. You know what it is.